everybody, welcome to Movie Versus, the podcast in defense of bad movies. This is a prequel episode 51. We hit over the old 5-0 hump. And my name's Tyler Lamb, and I'm here with my other host, Steve Janik. Steve, how's it going?
I'm just about done with this shit. Wow, Steve.
I can't believe you'd say that.
I thought we were going to keep going for another 50, at least.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've checked out. Like, it's time to call it.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in months.
Correct. I am lost.
Just yes,
he
and.
He pre-records all his parts.
Yeah, I've seen multiple movies months in advance.
And that is Charlie Pixley clarifying the fact that we haven't seen Steve in months, which is, and then also we have a special guest, Sam Pixley. Sam, how's it going?
It's always impressive to see the lengths Steve will go to not engage with you guys.
It's really like that's all our iTunes reviews are just talking about how impressed they are with Steve not wanting to be here.
The more impressive part is that Tyler has a 126 button soundboard with Steve blips and jokes and that he's just constantly playing.
Wait, is that why you just call me, ask me one question, and then immediately hang up?
That's it. Every time the podcast starts, the way you say hello is always the exact same timbre and
Really?
cadence and it's, hello.
Listeners, go back and double check on that.
I am Steve Janik. I am doing well, Tyler.
Okay. Apparently, I'm also a Mr. Spell.
Like, Steve, what did you think about this movie? Well, leave a message at the beep. Okay, man, whatever you say.
That kooky Steve.
I was looking for you to go a little bit more in depth, but whatever.
He's always speaking in code.
So on this episode, I am going to assign the movies, and one second. Okay, for some reason I was just making sure it wasn't recording through the. Okay, I'm gonna assign the movies, and Sam, I mean, you're really just kind of here along for the ride. I don't think you're
just here to get a flavor of it.
Yeah.
Damn it, move the movies. I already read one of them on accident.
I was gonna read them before I put them in.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so Sam, if you don't mind, actually handing me your Green Bay Packers beanie that I can use as a.
They probably don't even have the good titles.
There you go.
They probably don't.
And here, actually, I'll hand them to you. You can. Do we want Sam to pull them out and then?
I want you to curl them into the hat.
Okay, so
I want you to slide them across the icy ground and then sweep them in.
So I have Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Ooh.
I like the first one, and Scorch Trials was okay.
I have 50 Shades Freed.
Thank
Damn
God.
it.
Don't miss the climax.
Which one?
Exactly. Those billboards are all over Chicago.
Oh my God, is that really the tagline?
Don't miss the climax.
Steve won't miss it if he goes sees the movie. Like, it's gonna be whenever he's there.
I can climax at home, thank you very much.
Tell us your secret.
I mean, I already saw the second one, so maybe I'll get lucky.
I've got Winchester there.
Okay.
I'm a little intrigued to see that one, actually.
Wait, you saw 50 Shades of...
Yeah, he saw 50 Shades.
What's the
You
second one?
saw the one where the people drink the water and it's got the little organisms in it.
Yeah. Cure for Wellness.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Where the dad wants to bang his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
That whole plot synopsis took a turn.
got Commuter.
Oh, thank
Again.
God. He hasn't gotten away yet.
We've got the new Clint Eastwood joint 1517 to Paris.
I'd also be alright seeing that one.
That's the one where they the people that were in the event are the actors in the movie.
I've heard that plays really well.
When you get non-actors to act, it's always great.
It's always a triumph.
I mean, just look at The Rock in the first Scorpion King movie.
I mean, just look at that Solo trailer.
Yeah, exactly. I have 12 Strong over here, which is a Chris Hemsworth movie I just found out about earlier today.
Got a lot of options.
And then finally, I have here the old Pete Rab. Or
Peter Rabbit?
Yeah, he's formerly known
what
as...
a difference a couple of weeks makes for how many bad movies there are in theaters.
I'm kind of curious to see a Peter Rabbit 50 Shades matchup.
So Sam, if you don't mind mixing that up, and I guess Sam, you pull out the two and you assign them.
Wait, two or do you want to do four?
No, I want
I
that
think
too.
I think we're just gonna be subjected to
There's
this.
a couple movies I wouldn't mind seeing in there, but also some that
I'm gonna pre-call shenanigans for Sam being your brother and giving you the favorable. I'm joking.
That would never happen. All right, so who are we pulling for first?
It'll be your choice.
you pull two
Pull
and then
two out,
assign
and
them.
then
That means you choose two,
Got two.
and then you pick who you want them
So
to
I
go
picked
to.
the two, and then I
Don't eat them.
I know they look delicious.
Okay. Steve, I'm gonna go for you for the first one. I
Okay.
don't know what it is, and I don't want to
Okay.
have to make the decision of who's gonna.
I
see it.
appreciate.
enough, fair
I honestly
enough.
respect that.
So Steve gets.
Steve, you'll be seeing 1517
Damn it.
Okay.
Paris,
All right. I have no idea what that's
Great.
which again is
It's about the train that was in Paris where like,
the terrorist attack on the train.
and then the
the
two
American
American
tourists, like-
dudes like just
Oh.
subdued the terrorist guys.
I
Okay.
give you a hint. Sounds cooler than it is. Charlie, you'll be seeing
Oh, please be 50 Shades Free.
Death Cure.
Okay.
That's like the one I don't really give the shit about the least, other than Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit would have been a
But it's
good
got
one.
that classic line. Oh, I guess we are gonna watch the trailers, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
There's a classic line in
And
that
we
trailer.
can't trade. Fuck.
You can either save your friends, or you can save the entire world.
Hold
So
on,
that
let's-
doesn't make sense, though. Fuck
if I pull out something right now, I might
it?
change yours depending on what it is. No, it was commuter.
I'm
You're
gonna
se-
pull
you're se-
another one out right now, and I might change yours.
No.
Why didn't you just
Just
decide
keep,
these?
just keep, yeah, you could have just lied.
I don't remember which one you wanted to see.
I would have seen that one, or Winchester, or
Well, it sounds like you really
That's
got
about
fucked then.
It's almost as if this format promotes that.
Well, there's
yeah.
well, it's been in theaters for a little bit, so there's a chance if it ends up like not being when you have chance to go see it. If it's not in, we can talk about a different option.
Sure.
I'm looking it up right now, and they are still showing pictures.
Gotcha.
So
And I got the Dollar Theater
quick.
by my apartment, so
lying.
because I live in the really great part of town.
Yeah, where they have all those dollar theaters and dollar stores and.
Everything's a dollar.
I can check into cash whenever I want.
You
can also-
buy so much liquor.
I was gonna say you
from
can also
everywhere.
trade in a lot of gold.
Yeah, yeah. They already gave me my money for my tax return, dude. It's crazy.
I mean, it was
Joke's
your
on
money.
them.
You wanted it now.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we'll watch these trailers and yeah, we'll do that now.
you could tell in that Maze Runner trailer that they tried to do the thing that's really popular now, where you do the music from
I noticed
the
that.
trailer, but you also like all the guns fire, lock.
They
or
did it for,
load
like,
and
5
everything.
seconds.
Boom,
Oh yeah.
boom, like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like it's a part of the soundtrack.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the gung 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 gung.
I feel like the movies are
That
gonna
one
be.
guy with that Call of Duty song.
Yeah. I think the movies are gonna be very different in that. In Steve's movie, they're going to have guns, and they're definitely going to use them. And in this one, they're going to have, like, a bunch of different weapons, and the main people will probably never shoot anybody with them. They'll just be like, oh, clear corners and stuff.
I know. In the early movies, they shot some people.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think that guy, the lead, kills
I-
people.
I am legitimately shocked that this has made 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did not know people actually saw these movies.
I saw the first one on my friend had been reading them, so he wanted to go see Scorch Trials. So I ended up like checking out Maze Runner from like the library and watching it the day before.
What a
we saw it.
fucking nerd.
It all just seems like the same shit. Like,
'cause it
there's a
is.
Yeah.
mega city, and they have all the technology.
Yes.
And we're the resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking boring.
Yes, and it's always kids. But there's no capable adults in any of these movies.
Yeah.
It's either the children or it's like the older person that's leg doesn't work because of the war. And it's like, you do what gotta do. All right, I'll stay here.
I'll make sure to
Don't say
die
that
by
about
the
Woody
end.
Harrelson.
What?
I said, don't say that about Woody Harrelson.
You can check out our live. Well, I guess they weren't live, but our live reactions to the trailers on our YouTube channel. And yeah, I guess let's just move on from here. We've got the old the movie.
Movie news, movie reel, literally anything other than that.
I wish
And-
fart noises weren't funny.
Why? Why would you
tough
wish
shit,
that? Yeah,
they
why-
are.
I
why
really
would
wish I had gotten to that point.
In your life, because
I thought it would happen.
Nope.
you- Never. So
I thought you were better than this, Sam.
so Steve, do you have your news up already, or do you
I
not?
do have a little bit. I'm not sure how, it's new.
accurate?
It's news, but then there's a lot of weird little intricacies surrounding it that I'm not sure which is actually true. You guys may have already heard. You want me to just say it then?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What? Talking
Well,
about
you guys may have heard about this.
the
but there was-
Israeli-Palestine situation.
What's
No.
the answer?
Yeah, give us your view.
Oh.
Break it down real quick.
Okay.
10-second wrap up.
No.
Well,
So there was. I don't know if it's still up. I'm pretty sure it got taken down. There was a Facebook group that was all about like.
Oh, yeah.
That was about trying to tank Black Panther on in the online reviews so that people wouldn't go see it. And there's been a lot of conflicting reports on who was to blame for this. I've heard just a bunch of like disgruntled DC fans who
I
were
heard-
like, "No, someone's doing that to our movies, so
I
we
thought it
gotta
was
get
ISIS.
them."
I heard it was Michael Chiklis. So I don't-
No, he did that for the new Fantastic Four.
He went back to his old shield tactics, and he's bashing heads and trying to make sure that
I'm gonna go with Charlie. I think it's ISIS. ISIS has not been defeated. They've just more restructured.
Yeah.
to
Into
take down the Disney conglomerate.
into what seems like a slightly more achievable purpose.
No, the first report that I heard about it was like disgruntled DC fans who thought that people were out to get who were out to get like the DC movies, who thought that they were better and that people weren't giving like they were just going after them for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I heard. And then
The
more-
second one was it was actually DC fans who were mad that there was no CGI'd out mustache in
Yes.
Black Panther.
No, the other report was that it's some alt-right group that just has a problem with strong
Panthers.
Yeah, strong jungle cats.
They are
have
very
you-
powerful.
Yeah, I was about to
animals.
say, have you seen them run and leap? Like it's crazy.
It's pure muscle.
It's hard not to be jealous.
Honestly, I think it's the best way we can handle that whole situation.
So what? Like, just to sum it up, what you're saying is DC fans are alt-right fanatics.
Confirmed.
I mean, yeah. I think that
no, God.
we can write an article about that.
Steve,
So
thanks for bringing that to the table, man.
yeah, we'll use that sound bit.
How is it always me?
The title for this podcast will be "DC fans are alt-right confirmed."
Yeah, question mark.
The death cure.
No, it'll be Steve's alt-right theories.
I can
But it'll be-
literally never win.
But no, it'll be something like Steve's alt-right, don't nobody worry about him, and something about his, and then Colin, his theories about. But then that does make it seem like Steve's alt-right.
Yeah, exactly.
So perfect.
Gotcha, journalism.
I don't feel like there's anything I can say that doesn't make this worse.
Right. You should probably just bow out.
Charlie, what's your news?
I think. All right, so with DC, I'm just like, I don't know. I've just been disappointed and. Not in a lot of the older movies, just like, come on, just get going and everything. So what I'm trying to get to is the whole Michael Bay thing with Lobo. And that, it's like, at this point, fuck it. Just make whatever, and hopefully it'll just be something entertaining.
Just throw a bunch of stuff at the wall.
The
and see what
funniest part
sticks.
is that there's that article out now saying that they want to do like a $200 million Lobo movie, and that Michael Bay is going, no. He's like, I'm interested in possibly doing it, but not for that much money. Like,
Yeah.
scale it way down. So that's kind of funny for Michael Bay.
It'd be like you need to tone it down.
Yeah, like let's dial this back a notch. Explosions aren't that expensive, so you can keep it cheap there.
And-
a lot
and
of
Michael
mean-
Bay, known for his restraint.
I was about to say, and
exactly.
he already has half the movie shot. He just can use the clips from other movies.
Yeah, that's right. Probably a lot of Avatar ones. It's already got like the kind of blue skinned people.
That's what I would assume is Michael Bay was like, God, WB, calm down. I've got $20 million worth of explosives in my garage. Like, you can borrow them. Let's scale this down a little bit. Yeah, I got leftovers. It's fine.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg will play Lobo.
Just every time he does a movie, he holds back like a couple million worth of explosions.
See, that's what I would like to see, though, is a universe where Cade Yeager turns out to actually be Lobo.
I mean, I was going to say, we did see that scene in the most recent Transformers movie where he has metal insides, but that has nothing to do with Lobo.
I didn't know.
Well, I think.
Yeah, it's shown. Remember, I talked about it on the cast, and it's never addressed again.
Well,
Like, he has skin peel off,
Well, I
and
mean,
it
it's
shows he's a
also-
fucking robot underneath, and he just, like, looks around, and it's never
It's
addressed.
also never addressed that the motherfucker's name is Cade Yeager.
well, Well, he's an inventor. I think it is something to be said that. Again, we're just getting the same news over and over again, where it still feels like they don't have any kind of structure or idea of what's going on.
No, they've got the Joker movie.
Well, that's
Right,
what my news is going to be: is the Joker origin story movie directed by Todd Phillips of the Hangover fame.
And it's the idea that, because the news about that came out like almost half a year ago, where there were rumors about that happening. And DC's like, no, that's not true. It's like, oh
Wait,
shit,
so,
guys.
So are you telling me that a guy wakes up one day and he looks like the Joker, and then it's just one epic day figuring out how he got there?
Yeah, how he became the Joker. Yeah, exactly.
That would be kind of funny.
I mean, you can't honestly tell me that 50 people or how many people sit down in a room and are like, all right, guys, we really got to write this ship with DC. We've got this huge list of characters and everything. Let's get things settled. Let's start it off with the Joker origin story.
So we're rebooting it. We're getting rid of Jared. Oh no. He's cool for Suicide Squad 2. Yeah, we'll keep him there. Wait. Okay, so he's reprising his role as the Joker in the origin. No. Joaquin Phoenix will do it just fine.
So
it'll be like the 80s.
Is this in the universe?
What universe?
Well, we actually have a multiverse, so
which I'm fine.
Fuck you guys.
If it were in better hands,
somebody get Grant Morrison on the line.
I'd be fine with it in better hands.
Grant Morrison. Is not better hands. My bad. That made it sound like I was saying Grant Morrison would be better hands, but.
Dude, maybe.
I guess at this point.
It's a train wreck. It's a sweet train wreck.
Sam, do you have any news?
At least then it'd be confusing because they're trying things then.
Yeah, exactly.
Not due to the lack of things.
There would be a sweet scene probably of Superman watching the editors digitally remove his mustache for the Justice League, and he'd be like, "What are you doing? This is a travesty." And the guy's like, "Oh my God, you're Superman!"
Oh my God, you're like reflecting the audience.
This is so meta. What'd you guys think about? Speaking of meta, what'd you guys think about that Deadpool 2 trailer? Which I'm pretty sure the official title is Untitled Deadpool Sequel.
Yeah,
I
which
liked
is
it.
pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, you
I
did?
liked it. Yeah.
I felt about the same about it that I felt about the movie. I was like, man, there's some shit in there that I think is pretty funny. And then some of it I'm like, okay.
It's always teetering on the brink.
Yes.
Of a Hot Topic T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's always on the
Yes.
brink of that.
Yep.
But I think I really like the idea of Cable coming in, and hopefully that will bring that'll take that just constant goofballness out of it a little bit, or at least it will have somebody to kind of do the Han Solo thing of like, this is stupid. Like what you're doing is stupid. As long as he is just kind of like demeaning everything that's going on, and like plays the character that Cable's supposed to play.
Yeah.
And kind of just like
What is the line? Have you seen it, Steve?
Yeah.
What is the line Cable says?
He says
at the
"Time's up, fuckhead" or something like that. And Deadpool's like, "Nah, that's just lazy
I
writing."
thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and I love the idea of the green screened arm not being done yet.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was-
thought that was good. But yeah, it is always kind of teetering. But
Yeah, it's a very fine line to walk before you're just like where it becomes exhausting. We're like, we get it.
And I'm afraid we're gonna get to
Deadpool.
that. We're gonna get to a point which I'm sure we're already there, but it's like you guys said, teetering on it.
Yeah.
Is when it gets to a just okay, Ryan, and go. Like,
They're filming the movie with like another camera out here.
yeah, they just
the best part about Deadpool 3 is that we didn't even give Ryan a script. He's just such a talented actor. We really just let him riff the whole thing.
And we're gonna do it live like that Woody Harrelson movie.
he just kept referencing Just Friends. It was really weird.
No, I'm on board.
And the proposal.
And I still think he looks so good for Cable.
No, yeah, he's he looks better as Cable than he does Thanos.
Well,
That's gonna be a crazy month, May.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I mean,
That's May?
Yeah,
May.
Holy
Just
shit.
Weekend after weekend.
Star Wars, Deadpool, and Avengers are all coming
Fuck, I thought Avengers was farther out.
Nope, it's not. You fucking idiot.
Yep.
got him. When's Jurassic World?
I don't know. I don't really
Which
care.
that second trailer was better than the first
It was.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
more,
yeah,
well,
it's
I'm
not
more
too
intrigued.
hard.
I'm more intrigued.
I don't know. It was funny seeing the raptor inside of the bedroom.
Oh yeah,
because
just with the little claw like
we were all watching during the Super Bowl trailer. It's like, oh, surely this is a dream sequence, especially the way he's like floating above the
Yeah,
bed towards the child. It's like, oh, nope.
Yeah, and then
it's
later
real.
in the trailer they show Chris Pratt hanging out, like in the same scenario.
I was fully expecting like the raptor to be like, "Gonna get you."
I thought he was just gonna climb in bed and cuddle up.
Yeah.
I think we are coming to a point though where it's like, what are we? I think it's called like an omniraptor or something. There's like a little,
yeah, we were hoping that he was going to pull
Raptor
out.
super
He was going to pull
soldiers.
out the gun and start at
Yep.
the end when he like.
Well, you don't know.
It's like, my God.
you don't know. There's a sequence where he does like a barrel roll undercover and
I've
pulls out a
seen
knife.
the concept art. I need it to
It's
happen.
gonna be way better when he hacks into something.
It would be great to have.
We can open digital doors.
It would be great to see a raptor pull out a gun and then have a line from Jeff Goldblum like, "My God, what have that bastard's done?"
I mean, I feel like we're kind of starting to run out of ideas when it's like the big thing about the last one was that, this giant dinosaur was mixed with raptor DNA. And like that was the big reveal. It's like, it's got raptors, which means
And the T-Rex just
which
kills
means that
it
it's
anyway.
like kind of just better because it's a raptor. So some idea
Yeah.
is like it's just better because raptors are spooky.
Well, they're smarter.
They're smarter, I guess, but
Yeah, I
mean they can
No,
open.
but-
last time I
But then it
checked,
became friends with the other raptors. That's what the problem
But
was.
the thing is,
Well,
why are
I don't-
raptors better? Because they can communicate and
because-
open doors, but like
and because they can
T-Rexes-
go through tall grass, dude.
Well, right,
That's
but-
one thing we can't do as humans. We have to stay out of the tall
True, but
grass.
T-Rexes just don't need the doors because they just go through them.
That's one of the best.
Yeah,
that's
they're
one of the
dicks.
best.
This is just a classic overthink on your part.
Well, right, but the point was is that now we're like, there's another new dinosaur. And it's like, what's this one? It's like the last one, but more raptor.
I always love that shot of the raptor opening the door in the original one. Just
yep.
applause.
Just kind of like hooks in there.
And isn't it like knocking for a
it
little
would have
bit?
been
Like,
better
it's
if it was a knob, though.
Yes.
yeah, just it has a bike lock on it.
It's a biometric scanner, and they pick up a dead person's hand.
That leaked Jurassic World 3 script.
That'd be great.
Yeah, this is copyrighted. This is
thought
my
that was-
Yeah,
intellectual
no,
property.
I'm editing this out. This is this is
Too
gold.
far? Did you guys talk about Venom?
No, we haven't. We can though.
Is anybody?
Man, how much did that not look like a Venom movie?
I love that shot of him. Dude, I mean, it was obviously edited in a way that the two scenes are probably not related at all. But when Tom Hardy does like a quick turnaround and then it shows all the office desks and chairs like moving, like he just
Psychically?
force pushed everything. I was like, oh yeah, just like Venom does.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic Venom powers.
Exactly.
I liked the shot where he's riding a motorcycle and then 2 tractor trailers explode behind him
Yep.
as he's flying through. I was like, all right, this guy.
It's crazy.
It's just a bad day. He's just... Oh, again?
Now, if they just edited that scene like they do for some trailers, and then when we actually see it, it's going to be Venom riding the motorcycle. And if it's true Venom form, he's just using his huge gorilla arms to like push the motorcycle. It's just like
I do think
Then
one
that'd
thing
be
that I'm
badass.
totally done with, and the idea is like I saw a lot of the comments like, oh, cool, looks like this transformation is going to be like really brutal, and the like quick shots or like I don't know how they film it exactly, but when you've got like
Cameras.
yeah, when he's shaking and like he's shaking really fast and like it's kind of like
Yeah.
layered over each other, so
Yeah.
it looks like he's shaking faster than a human would be able to shake. Like, oh man, that's done for me. Like that's just gets used all the time for everything nowadays.
I know what you mean.
So that idea was just kind of can't the Venom just get on him? Can't the symbiote just cover him?
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
just do it right.
I
Like
just
it's not
don't
that
get-
complicated.
I mean, and it's already been done right, so I don't understand why.
Perfectly.
yeah.
the transformation was
not
done
my
right.
fucking Venom. Tom Hardy's not my fucking Venom, dude. It's Topher Grace.
But seriously, for Spider-Man 3, like the Venom coming onto him was done right.
Sure.
It's just the fact that he had to keep opening his fucking mouth.
if you know what I mean.
So yeah, it's like you just have the black stuff cover him. But that's it.
Wow.
Just saying. Food for thought.
Hopefully, at the very least, hopefully we get a cool Venom Carnage scene.
Yeah, because isn't it kind of like confirmed that
Basically.
Carnage is in it because like
Nah,
Hasbro released
probably
like
it's probably going to lead to it. But you know they make toys all the fucking time that are
That's
like this
true.
thing
Right.
that wasn't in the movie.
Oh wait, so Sony's gonna have something at the end of the movie that's supposed to lead into a sequel? That's probably a good idea.
Well, that's for that Carnage
actually-
Rhino spinoff movie we're getting.
It's actually Eddie Brock's dad isn't dead. And he's alive.
Well,
Yeah, his head's in a jar.
I wasn't... I didn't...
and then the guy with
intentionally
the
watch the Venom thing, so I was like, it's a teaser. Teasers are like the biggest bullshit ever. Like, they're not going to show me anything of value.
But that's
you
what a
see-
trailer's supposed to be.
I know, but like, I knew especially like the teaser trailer was just going to be like, there's going to be shots of like Tom Hardy and maybe something that might be the symbiote in a corner.
You see
think
that
you
you see
do
the
see it.
symbiote at one point. It's like in the truck
tube.
in a tube,
Yeah.
yeah. and the guy's just like doing the classic like
Behold.
arms up.
Yeah. But I was just like, I don't like. I'll see it when I see it. It's not something I need to rush to.
You think Spider-Man's gonna show up in it or no?
I don't think so. I think it'd be funny though, because the tone of this movie does not seem like Tom Holland would fit at all.
Oh,
Like,
Tom Holland would show up and be like, "Hey, Eddie, just checking up on you. See all that Avengers stuff?" He's like, "Fuck you."
It would be funny though if it was like Spider-Man, but not Tom Holland. Like, it was
It's
a different...
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, oh shit! I was
No,
gonna,
Jake Gyllenhaal, finally, dude.
I was gonna say, fuck, now I forgot his name. The motherfucker that played Rhino.
Garfield.
No, the guy who played Rhino.
Paul
Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti. Yeah, there we go.
Spider-Man. Oh, fuck.
Paul Giamatti as Rhino as Spider-Man.
yeah, it's Spider-Man inside of the Rhino suit.
With that sweet
No,
barbed
they
wire
just
head
stretch.
tattoo.
They stretch the Spider-Man outfit over the Rhino suit.
You know, I would argue that barbed wire head tattoo is worse than the damaged tattoo because isn't it just partially? It's just like a 4-inch strip of the head.
Are
It's
you
not even
asking me
all
to
the way
remember
around.
something from Amazing Spider-Man 2?
I thought it
Yeah.
was supposed to be like a fake like Frankenstein head cut thing. Like it was like a scar with like staples sort of thing.
I think that
Oh,
movie was
I don't know.
supposed to be a lot of things.
Like, good. And a
I
launch pad.
wouldn't go that far.
All right, is there anything? Sam, do you have anything else? Because I totally forgot about those trailers. Was there another? I mean, we can properly talk about the Solo trailer that we.
Yeah.
What do we all think of that full trailer? First off, the teaser that was shown during the Super Bowl was really bad, in my opinion. We watched it and we thought it looked like a fan trailer, and Chewbacca at the end looked like a really good cosplayer and not a
Yeah.
like high budget thing.
What's
but
the trouble of making them younger looking? Sometimes can make it cheaper looking.
Yeah.
You
Keep in
make
mind,
it all nicer.
Chewbacca's outfit is just really good cosplay.
Well, no, I'm saying it's like there's that mark where it's really good cosplay is really good, but then it's not a movie
Quality.
costume. So it's like there's
I don't know.
but then-
Remember that Big Daddy cosplay at fucking Cape Comic Con from like forever ago?
For some reason, I was thinking the Adam
Me
Sandler
too.
joint.
yeah, no, wait, we're not. Okay. I was thinking of Adam Sandler. I was like, how the fuck do you?
You just dress up like a man and carry around a child and don't be good to it.
Just bitch about
No,
McDonald's.
you just like throw sticks behind people on rollerblades. Just
Well, and you do the spit thing where you
yeah,
spit and you
that's true.
suck it back up.
No, there is some good cosplay out there, of course.
But of course you meant from BioShock.
Yes.
Okay. But then the full trailer, Chewbacca looked a lot better in the full
Oh, yeah.
trailer.
Some of the scenes did look cool, like that train thing looked cool, but it's like that's not enough to make me.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, a
to
train
see it.
sequence?
Dude, we
Yeah,
haven't seen one of those in forever. Definitely weren't in
I don't
both
know.
the trailers we
It
just
is
watched.
kind of a weird thing though because like Han Solo is an okay guy, but he's not like the best guy, and he shouldn't be the best
Well,
guy in this.
That's the concern with this is that, yeah, I mean, that's Han Solo's whole thing is that he's a very jaded individual, and the important part about Han Solo is that it doesn't matter what his background was, but he is a jaded individual that has his arc.
Yeah.
And his arc was becoming less jaded, and now we are presumably the only way to, I would assume, do it right is to have an arc where he starts out kind of good and then gets jaded. So
Yeah.
we're almost like reversing this arc, which seems totally pointless and unnecessary.
It's going to be a thing where like people are just going to get upset. Like it's going to be a no-win situation. People are going to be upset that Han Solo is a jerk at some point, or people are going to be upset that he's too good and it doesn't fit his character arc in general, like you were saying.
I do, but it looks like we're getting another cutesy droid though, probably.
I like
And
it.
that droid built itself, from what I hear.
That's impressive.
I liked it when the lady's like,
terrifying.
so what are you here for? What do you want to be? And he's like, a pilot, the best in the world. Like
That's
she's-
pretty small scale in the Star Wars
Yeah,
universe.
that's true. like what
Wait,
is
no,
he just like?
doesn't he say galaxy?
I
No, he
think
probably
so.
does, but yeah, like
Best
if
in
she
the
was,
world.
I mean, why does she give a fuck? Like I'd be like, okay,
Stay up
so
here.
Yeah, check the box, asshole.
You realize we were cloning you guys not too long ago, right? Don't care about your dreams.
yeah, that was very cheesy.
I mean, I think it looks. I mean, another thing that you have to get is like timeline. Like we're also getting into the point where things are starting to get a little too tight. 'Cause, I mean, in Star Wars, he was supposed to be like 25.
Was he?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like mid-20s guy, and
He's
now this
playing
is
like a 13-year-old in this movie, I think.
right. But it's like, what? When did this stuff happen? We're gonna see the Kessel Run. I assume that's what we're seeing when there's all of the giant octopus monster. It's like when he's like, it's the same. It's the exact same thing with the scene with Obi-Wan and Luke. It's like, you fought in the Clone Wars. It's like, yeah, they were like 50 years ago, dude. Like that like literally just happened in the spectrum of all of time.
Yeah.
And so there's like, I did the Kessel Run. Oh yeah, I read about that in the newspaper. It was like 4 years ago, right? Yeah. Like just the timeline, it starts to take away from the mystique of Star Wars. I'm fine with these movies coming out, and I'll be excited to see all of them. But it does kind of just take away from the idea of what makes them kind of special.
You know who they should have gotten to play Han Solo? Jake Lloyd.
I don't know who that is, but I think it's
He
funny.
was Anakin.
He would have
And
nailed
he's-
that one line at
and he's
least.
currently in jail.
It's working?
Yeah,
That
No, this
I'm gonna
is
be the
pod
best-
racing.
I'm gonna be the best pilot in the galaxy.
he would have nailed that line where he asks about a laser sword.
Actually, the "it's working" line wouldn't have worked because the Millennium Falcon is just never working.
Yeah.
And for him to be like, "It's working,"
And I love the like little shots of Donald Glover as Lando in these trailers, and he still does not look like he just gives a fuck at all about being there.
Isn't there only one shot of him in the trailer where he's standing there with the fur coat?
Yeah.
People like, I'm excited to see him in the role, but people are like, "Oh my god, he's already fucking killing it."
Yeah,
It's like,
people
dude,
are like,
just standing there,
he's standing there dressed like a space pimp.
Yeah,
looking
there's-
bored as fuck.
Yeah.
But that's how people treat Donald Glover
Yeah,
at
it
this point
is.
in his
Anytime,
career.
I mean, people were saying he made the trailer like, oh man, Donald Glover stole the show. It's like he
stood there.
How? But yeah, you're right, Steve. That is just how people are treating Donald Glover
It's
now,
just
which is
because it's like everything he touches turns to gold.
yeah, you gotta feel kind of sorry for him to an extent because everybody's just so overhyped about him as a person that it's like, what the fuck can you even do?
I think his music's gotten worse.
I agree.
So-
I don't like his newest album.
I like it, but yeah, I can say like he went from being a funny guy to being like a serious, soulful kind of person,
Which
and
is
and with
fine.
that is gonna have people that are like, "Oh, dude, this guy, he just gets it."
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Nah,
So
he was
real.
funny, and that was good.
yeah. He said that.
I mean, he's still doing
line
good stuff.
about-
Like I'm not saying it's not like, but people are just like, oh
I
my
think-
god, he's so he gets me.
Yeah, I really.
He made that song for his kid. It's just mind blowing.
Like, I have a kid.
I think yeah.
Yeah,
I
think
really,
he's about to have a second one.
I really liked Atlanta, but I think it was also like overblown. I know people talked about a specific scene in one of the episodes where they're like, "Oh my god, this is like one of the greatest scenes of all time. People are going to be talking about this for
Days."
years and years after this." Have you watched all of it?
Oh, is it the one where it's like the
car?
whole thing was like a commercial?
Oh no, that one's pretty good. But there's a car that like is invisible or something like that. I don't know. It's not that big. Like people were losing their fucking minds over it.
Sweet.
Like, yeah.
Sounds dope. I think what is his name?
The show's good
Aldrich?
though. Oh yeah.
I
Han.
think he looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks fine. I mean, he doesn't really
think he
look like
looks
Han Solo to me.
All right,
We'll have to see how the mannerisms are and,
Yeah.
and how stuff like that plays out.
he's
But I'm
actually
really
in 12:15 to Paris.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's one of the real people that is an actor.
I am excited to see this space monster.
Yeah, sure.
Space Monster's always fun.
The coolest part of the trailer were those guards. I thought.
I'm wondering. I'm excited
On
to
top
see
of
how
the
they shoehorn R2D2 and C3PO.
Yeah,
Or just random other people that have been in the background of other Star Wars.
Well,
scenes.
they've been in every single Star Wars movie.
No, I know. I'm talking about how like in Rogue One they were like, here's some people that you know exist in Star
Yep.
Wars.
They're like, hey, get it? Those guys. Those guys are here, guys. Oh man,
just like some
crazy.
random aliens that are like, no, they wouldn't be like they just can't be there. Stop just trying to
right.
shoehorn characters into places.
It was the people that were like, I'm 117
Yeah, it's
systems. Also, this planet just blew
You'll
up,
be
but
dead.
I'm fine.
if they're in the
Those
background of
people.
this one, just like limping along, like, oh my god.
I told him he'll be dead, but now we are. Great writing. Why don't they sign us on?
we'll probably meet a young Maz Kanata.
Oh yeah, probably. What's something that you actually like, Steve? Let's just go right into that.
Let me double check the name of it because it's kind of a long title.
Oh great.
Okay, well then I'll just go ahead and say mine while you're getting that already. I know it's getting a lot of flack critics wise, but I liked the Cloverfield Paradox.
Okay.
The
I
new,
saw a lot of people being pretty critical of it on the old Facebook.
the new Cloverfield movie that was a quote unquote surprise drop. I think if a lot of people kind of knew that they were gonna at least show a trailer.
I guess it was a surprise drop though of release.
The Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh yes, did you see it?
Yes, I watched it after the Super Bowl that night, and I really enjoyed it. I can see why people wouldn't be into it, but it makes me more into what the future of Cloverfield could be, because it just kind of opens some interesting ideas and things like that. I think one thing that people don't like is the fact that they feel like questions aren't really constantly being answered. It's just becoming more of a mystery of what the fuck is going on, which I kind of like about that. I like that there's this world, the way it's being built, that the more we're being shown of it, we're like, wait, what? What's happening? What the fuck? And I mean, it had a great cast. Chris O'Dowd is hilarious.
Oh, Chris O'Dowd's in it?
Yes, he's
Nice.
he loses his arm. If you've seen the
Spoilers.
trailer,
Poor guy.
well, in the trailer
Someone
you
is
see
creepy
the,
crawling.
Yeah,
But that's also the whole point. Did I talk about I think maybe I just had this conversation with people. It's that when you get to mysteries that you really want the answer to,
yeah.
when you finally get them, they're almost always disappointing.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
you
Ridley
put
Scott
that in the
aliens.
text, and I completely agree with you.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's like with J.J. Abrams' first movie, fucking Mission Impossible 3, the stupid goddamn rabbit's foot.
Oh yeah,
Like-
what is the rabbit's foot?
Yeah, they never tell you. And I think at one point, I think even in that movie, they're like, I mean, it's going to be disappointing if we tell you. They did that with Lost, too, at one point, where it basically the writers had a character who knew answers to everything, getting asked these questions, and she kept answering questions, and at one point she was like, every single answer I give you is just going to raise another question, so I'm stopping answering any of your questions.
Well, you turn it on him and be like, the reason you like this is because you like to think about what the answers are.
Yeah, exactly.
So shut up and keep thinking.
And so it's, yeah.
I wish more teachers were like that. Just I'm just gonna quit answering all your questions.
Shut
Just
up.
Shut up.
You would love pharmacy school.
But yeah, it is a interesting, and I mean, it is kind of interesting that clearly what they're doing is they're just taking scripts that were probably not going to hit hard at the box office or whatever by themselves, and then just write in a couple Cloverfield references, and then
Is that what it feels like?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that there are obvious oh hey, we tossed this in to be a little reference to what's going on. I mean, they did it all throughout 10 Cloverfield Lane, pretty much. There were.
Well, I haven't seen any of them, so I'm gonna at some point try and
Does
watch.
it tie into 10 Cloverfield at all?
It kind of ties into both of them.
Okay.
Both the original Cloverfield and 10
I do want to
Cloverfield.
watch it, so maybe I'll. I
Yeah,
guess it's on
it's-
Netflix. I can download that. Maybe I'll watch it on the train.
There you go. Yeah. So Steve, you got your thing you actually
I
like?
do.
Good job, bud.
Thank you.
He needs some
we don't-
positive reinforcement every now and then.
Yes, I do. Anyway, what I'm it's not something that's out yet, but it's something that I'm excited to see, and I'm waiting for it I'm waiting in anticipation for it. Sorry. And it's extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile. The Ted Bundy movie
Oh, yeah.
starring
Yeah.
Zac Efron. Zac Efron
Is
keeps
hot.
yes, I'm not gonna lie about that.
I mean, he's kept
But-
his head in the game. That's
but he's been doing his best to kind of shake his old Disney image, and he's just doing things I'm not gonna
a lot of squats and
yes
DJ movie.
no I just meant
Yeah.
that there are a lot of Disney actors and actresses who just kind of fall off after they're done with their time there, but he's really putting himself out there and trying to do other stuff, and he's doing an okay job at least, and I think he'll do a really good job as Ted Bundy. And
Yeah.
serial killer movies are always I like watching them because it's just so crazy to try and get in that sort of mind frame.
When is that coming out again?
Live out your fantasies.
You live out. Yeah, exactly. To
When-
be a handsome man.
when is it? When is it coming out?
I don't know the exact date. I just
perfect.
keep seeing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, Efron does he has gotten better. I see. You don't really see movies where he's not good in them. I mean, it's a lot of comic
yeah. Dirty
stuff,
Grandpa
movie
was
stuff, but-
fucking. He knocked it out of the park. He got snubbed from the
Well,
Oscars.
maybe the movie wasn't bad, but perhaps he was good in it.
Yeah, and also
Disaster artist.
Dave and Mike need wedding dates or whatever the fuck that movie was with.
Yeah.
Was that bad?
It was. I mean, it was
I
fun.
don't know.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, he was in The Disaster Artist, which was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I liked.
I mean, he was
Baywatch.
just in The Greatest Showman, and he was pretty good in that. Solid.
It sounded like you were about to say he was fine, and then you're like, pretty good. He was fine.
Well,
no,
I mean,
pretty good.
Well, he was fine, but that's spelled
Yeah.
Fyne.
I've never seen anything that I didn't like
Foine.
him
I
in.
prefer.
Okay.
Foine.
What did you say?
I've never seen anything that I didn't like him in.
I
Oh,
completely
gotcha.
Have you seen High School Musical 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Electric.
You know, I really haven't seen any of those.
I've seen the first one multiple times.
Huh.
That's High School
And I
Musical
actually-
2, Electric Boogaloo, right?
Yeah, exactly. I saw High School Musical live at the Muni once.
Whoops.
No, it was on purpose.
Oh. Whoops.
Charlie, what do you got there?
Well, another point I want to bring up is that it seems to be like a lot of movies aren't coming out with trailers as early anymore.
Yeah.
Because I used to think
Yeah.
big blockbusters, like, all right, 1 year from release date, you usually get a teaser or something. That's what I was starting to expect. But now with a fair amount of movies, it's like, oh shit, they're really holding off till like half a year beforehand, maybe
4
even a couple
months.
months. And
Yeah.
Solo's the exception because that movie might be a fucking train wreck. But like X-Men Dark Phoenix is supposed to come out this year in November.
Really?
Apparently.
I think they're still figuring that whole thing out.
Well, I mean, they've already been shooting it.
No, I'm saying with
Wait, they're not even done shooting it?
No, they're
No,
done.
I think
they're
they are
done.
done.
Okay, I was about
It's
to say.
with the potential Marvel Fox merger, even though now even they're saying that that's not finalized and that somebody else might be putting a bid out for them. Is that they're like, if we're gonna redo these X-Men, your movie can go fuck itself because we
Yeah.
didn't spend the money on it.
Yeah, but it's weird because I think Legion already got confirmed for a second season,
Yeah.
It did.
which
No,
yeah.
a third, right?
Oh, really? Are they up
Well,
to
the
3?
second one's about to air.
Oh,
But
well
I'm
then-
not sure if maybe I saw an article that said maybe that's already looking towards a third, but that's smaller. That's smaller scale thing.
True,
whereas
true,
this
true.
is like, unless this movie was not built to make another one, which that's not how movies work anymore. They would want this to be like an ending, like
Yeah.
an end note.
Yeah, I got you.
So what I was going to say is that Chris Claremont was doing an interview, and apparently he's saying that the second Dark Phoenix will have as powerful an impact on the comic book film world as the second Casino Royale film had in the James Bond world. And that he's also saying that he hopes that it will give Avengers Infinity War a good run for its money, to which we all go, ha 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 ha.
And that's something you actually like, that he has the
I
gall
think
to
it's
think
hilarious.
that
So just don't like when people are like, my movie's gonna be as good as this good movie.
And I'm not even saying Infinity War is going to be a good movie, but to even think that their box office totals are going to be close
Yeah.
is fucking laughable.
Yeah, it
No,
really
that's the
is.
same. And I mean, DC already made that stupid thing, like, oh, Justice League is gonna be as big. Like, no, they've had 10 years to craft
Yeah, but
something.
that could have though.
No.
But no,
could-
no. Justice League movie has much more potential than a fucking Dark Phoenix movie as far as
No,
giving
I'm
the
saying,
Avengers
but what
a
I'm
run
saying
its
is for
money.
the idea that
Yeah.
that would have done that. There's no.
I'm not
way it
talking
would.
about the movie universe. I'm talking about the concept of those characters, not like the specific ones we had, but for only an X-Men movie, it seems like jokeable to me. And
Yeah.
X-Men are big, but it's just like.
Yeah, but the X-Men could get to that extent if Marvel gets it and puts the amount of time. Because again, thinking about the Avengers were like B-list crew when they started this whole thing. But
Yeah.
if they gave the time and stuff that they had to give to X-Men and actually went with some of the storylines that they have, which are huge.
But I'm even considering
could.
Avengers, like, not the movies, but just the characters even have X-Men in it. I'm talking, like, you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just thought that was hella dumb for him to say.
It was pretty funny. Sam, do you have something that you actually like? Or
No.
Oh, all right.
I will say that I looked it up, and that movie currently has no release date yet. They're still teasing.
Deciding if they want to make it.
Yeah.
No, they better make it.
All right. Well,
I can't not see Zac Efron for that one.
with all that, we can just wrap this bad boy up, I guess. Steve, you're seeing 17 to Paris.
Yes.
And Charlie, you're gonna see The Death Cure, Maze Runner 3.
Yep.
And
Probably by myself again.
yep.
In the theater, probably.
So yeah, go check out our YouTube channel for our reactions to those trailers. And check out our Facebook page at Movie Versus Podcast, Twitter, Gmail, all that stuff. Sam, do you have anything that you want to plug, or are you?
No, I just wanted to say thanks for letting me on, and I think when we talked about Donald Glover, it really stole the show today.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. You're not doing your traveling one-man show anymore of
I am, but that's
of Dragon War D War.
That's a strictly underground thing.
Okay, you don't really want to promote it.
But it had to be because
it gets too
humans
popular.
had to go underground.
You do. I mean, you do an amazing Jason Burr impersonation.
The amount of puppets that I've generated to really get that show across has really improved over the last 3 years I've been making.
That's good to hear.
His finger strength is incredible.
All right, bye.
How far did we go?
It was about like 45 minutes.
Forgot about that fucking movie.